Fire Ade.
All these products, whether it be the foam product or the equipment, is all developed by one gentleman named Ryan Thames. He's been doing this for over 30 years. He developed Fire Ade 2000 in the year 2000. It's kind of our premier product. We like to think it's the best in the industry right now. It's a water-based foam, where most foams, other foams, are synthetic based. Ours are water-based, so we're biodegradable, non-corrosive, and environmentally friendly. But a little background on our company. We literally sell in about 42 countries, and we have about 4,000 fire departments across the United States that use this product. We're the fire product for the Golden Gate Bridge. It's kind of prestigious because they could have chosen anybody's product, but they chose Fire Ade 2000. We're also the fire product for the NHRA drag racing series, the IHRA drag racing series, and a lot of NASCAR tracks. And probably by the end of the year, NASCAR had a lot of product that they currently had to use up in inventory and stuff. And they're using a dry powder product called Purple K, and it does a very good job at what it does, but the race teams hate it because it's very corrosive and just messes up their engines. And, you know, just they got to strip the whole car and all that because it's just not a very environmentally friendly product. What our product does really good in the industry is we rapidly cool the fire. So in order to have a fire, you have to have heat, fuel, and oxygen. If you get rid of one of those three, you can't have the fire. So you can see how quick that cow can catch on fire. It's 500 or 600 degrees right there, and it's not burning my hand. So whether it be hot exhaust or your gel coat on your boat or whatever, if it's got the heat source and the fuel store going on it, you can have that fire reignite. Our product will also, so we're going to cool the fire, but then also we're going to neutralize the fuel spill, whether it's gas, alcohol, diesel, or what have you. Once our product's been applied to it, we neutralize that fuel and take the flammability part of it away. I'm going to demonstrate that here in a minute. This green product, I like to show people that I can eat it with most other fire products. Do that. It's green. So you can put your steak out and still eat your steak.
And it tenderizes your meat too.
So in these units we recommend a 3% mixture, and that'll do either Class A, which is your woods and papers and all that kind of stuff, and then B is your flammable liquid. So at a 3% mixture we can pretty much take care of any of those diesel, gasoline type fires that you might have. We do make an AR product, which is alcohol resistant. It's more for different size polar solvents or big, huge storage tanks. You probably want to use the AR, but probably 99% of the fires our Fire Ade 2000 can take care of those applications with Fire Ade 2000 at a 3% mixture. We can also put out magnesium, titanium, any of those kinds of fires. It just takes a little bit more higher percentage, like 10%, to put out like a magnesium fire because they burn at about 4,000 degrees. So in these units, what we're talking about, this unit would be 3 gallons of water and 12 ounces of Fire Ade is all you're talking about. And then we're going to expand it to 20 to 1. So this little 3-gallon unit will produce about 60 gallons worth of foam. It'll shoot 45 feet. This thing has a 2,200-pound nitrogen cylinder right here. And then that's how far it'll shoot, about 45 feet for about 60 gallons worth of foam. The only tank that we make that uses a normal air hose, you can charge it with like you do your car tire, to 150 psi on this gauge. It's a 6-gallon tank. You put 3 gallons of water, 12 ounces of Fire Ade. The other 3 gallons is your head pressure. This one will shoot 35 feet, still producing that 60 gallons worth of foam. Towards the end, you'll find just a little bit of fall off. So if it shoots 35 at the very end, when it starts losing some of that head pressure and all, it might only go about 25 feet, but it'll get all the product out of there. Put 9.5 gallons of water, 40 ounces of Fire Ade, has a nitrogen cylinder. The product does all the work. I mean, you don't have to be a fire expert to use our equipment. As long as you're smart enough to turn this nozzle on, this nitrogen cylinder on, and pull this trigger, the product's going to do all the work for you. We're a water-based foam, so we're no more slipperier than the water. We're no more corrosive than the water that you're going to be using. So the NHRA drag series, they're running 330 mile an hour. When they spray this on the track, they just like a normal water cleanup, and they're back in business with no damage to the track surface. on the racetrack. 9.5 gallons of water, 40 ounces of fire, it'll produce 200 gallons of foam. This gentleman here is a fire captain, and I asked him, I said, on a car fire, you know, with the front seats, back seats blazing, and y'all showed up, how much water would you need to put on that fire? And he said somewhere between 500 and 700 gallons of water. So let's give or take, you know, let's just go with the low number, say 500 gallons, he was able to do it. I put fires out with this, front seats and back seats, with this 10-gallon unit all day long, with 9.5 gallons of water and only 40 ounces of Fire Ade, to give you a visual of what this little unit's capable of doing. We have a 30-gallon unit. It's just a smaller tank than this one. This is our 60. So we have a 30 in between this, and then this is the 60. If any of y'all remember seeing the Daytona 500 when the jet dryer hit that car, blew up the jet dryer tank, caught on fire?
On toilet.
They fought it, huh?
Juan Pablo.
Juan Pablo, there you go. So they fought that fire for about 20 minutes and used every dry powder fire extinguisher. It was a three-dimensional. It wasn't a very easy fire to fight. But had they had this piece of equipment at that time, they could have put it out with this in the back of a pickup truck. Within 60 seconds, it would have put it out. We wouldn't have stopped the fuel from coming down the track, but we would have put it out and made it a safe environment for them. And I'll demonstrate what this one will do. So this unit right here is 58 gallons of water, 2 gallons of the Fire Ade product, which is in that bucket right there. And this unit right here will produce about 1,200 gallons of foam and shoot 110 feet. So for these marinas and stuff, you know, you can put 200 feet of this flat line hose and still have an additional 110 feet that you can shoot if this was stationary or what have you. But with this wheel package system under here, you can hook it to a golf cart or you can pull it with 2 fingers. I mean, it's 1,000 pounds, but with this wheel system, you can go over gravel, dirt, down the wooden docks with very little effort. And there again, it runs off of 2 nitrogen cylinder tanks that are in here. They're 2,200 pounds, and then when that charges the tank, and then when it comes out the nozzle, it's about 140 pounds, 150 pounds of pressure out the nozzle. Are you right-handed or left-handed? Okay, bring your right hand over top of there. Then I want you to pull straight back on this handle wide open. Just open it. Go ahead now that you know what you got.
Do it again.
Sorry. So, I had your back. I wasn't going to get you blown off your feet, but it's pretty funny because a lot of people are all flat-footed. They're throwing back. But this thing right here will, like say, shoot 110 feet, produce 1,200 gallons of foam. What I want to show you next is I got a little bit of water in this pan just so I don't have to float as much product. Y'all want to see gas or diesel? I know y'all probably use mostly diesel, so you'd rather see diesel fire. Anybody got any preferences? Or diesel's kind of hard to start. I'll try to get it started. If not, I'll put a little bit of gas on top of it. But I don't care. I'll put just a little bit of gas. I'm trying to let most of that fuel burn off. Feel it cooling off. There's still a lot of fuel right underneath this, and I'm not worried about it blowing up anywhere with a new heat source.
Wow.
You'll see as soon as I move the flame away, it'll seal the hole right back up. But it's already cooled it down to where my fingers can touch inside there as well. The product's cooled it down that quick. A lot of fuel and somebody's trapped or whatever, if they spray this down on the surface, they're able to go work and know that they're going to be in a safe environment without that fuel lighting back up on them.
Nice.
We also make a product that's called climate control premix. It'll keep from freezing at 40 below zero. So where y'all got cold winter weathers, we do have a product that can go 40 below zero.
Fire Ade.